Hello out there. So today's video is about confrontation and the benefits of confrontation. And no, it's not about picking fights, but it's about being confronted with our true reality. Who are we actually like in comparison to what we think we're like? For example, I would bet most of us have had the experience of seeing a picture of ourselves, whether it be online or in a photo album, and seeing that picture doesn't match up to the mental image we have of ourselves. We think we got a good haircut that time. We think that shirt fits us just right, or we think that we're really in tip-top shape. But that picture tells a different story. That picture says, well, that haircut wasn't so good. The picture says, that shirt doesn't look so good on you. The picture says maybe some diet and exercise is what you actually need. It's not pleasant. It's confronting. I think we've all had that experience. But it's a good experience because it helps us to let us know where we actually are. It says, okay, if you just make some course corrections, you can actually look the way that you think you look. And while this happens on a physical level, it can also happen to us on a spiritual level too. We think, I'm basically a nice person. I don't steal, I don't rob, I don't lie, I don't cheat. Okay, I'm not so bad. But when we compare our lives to what the Word tells us we should be like, we find that we come up short. This is a problem that many of the prophets encounter throughout Scriptures. They want an encounter with God, and when they are granted that request, they fall down in fear and go, oh no! This is terrible. I am undone. I have been found out. And in the first chapter of the book of Revelation, this happens to the disciple John as he's on the Isle of Patmos. He has this vision of Jesus, and he's in this white robe and a white long beard, fire in his eyes, stars in his hands, lampstands around him, and a sword coming out of his mouth. It's some crazy imagery, and what we believe is that this is an image of the Word. This is the Word in all its aspects and how it relates to our life. And when John sees his life in comparison to the Word, he goes, oh no, I'm undone. And Jesus says to him, do not be afraid. It's a judgment that ultimately John passes on himself because his life isn't as good as he thought it was. And it's an inevitable result. Nobody's going to be as good as God. That's just reality. But nevertheless, these moments of confrontation are useful to us because they help us make the same kind of course corrections we would make in our physical appearance. We go, all right, I think I'm doing this well. But when I measure myself up to the Word, I guess, I'm coming up short. I guess I need to do something different to get myself back to the way I actually want to be. I want to be a good person, and I'm going to have to make some changes for it. Confrontation isn't any fun. Nobody ever says we enjoy it, but it is useful. And God gives us these moments of confrontation as a means to actually make us happier. Judgment isn't supposed to be a scary, terrible, awful thing. It's supposed to be something that's, while unpleasant, something that's useful, something that will actually help make us happier. We will be happier when we follow God's laws. We will be happier when we do what the Word says. It'll take some practice, and it takes some self-evaluation, and we don't have to do this every day all the time. We can't beat ourselves into a bloody pulp to where we can't do anything. But having the moments of self-reflection, being actually honest with ourselves, comparing ourselves to what the Word says we should be like, is a useful, if unpleasant, exercise. So good luck. Have a confrontation with yourself and see if you can make some changes that are worthwhile and will make you happier. Good luck. God bless.